Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Samyang, it is the Bulldog, more potato chips. We did the original Bulldog flavor already. You can check out the review for that in the spicy chips or crisps playlist. And this is the Quattro cheese. Now, I do believe there is also a habanero lime flavor that is available somewhere. I may get that, I may not, I don't know. Probably at some point I'll get to it. So the idea here is to sort of, I think, probably temper the regular Bulldog flavoring. Although the Bulldog chips were excellent. I like those quite a bit. I thought those were quite good. And, you know, Samyang continues to spread out, and why not? Why not? They've got a really good flavoring system in the Bulldog sauce. I am kind of surprised it hasn't made it to the hot ones yet. It seems like that'd be a natural fit, and that sauce, by the way, is fantastic on wings. I've had it in a few of my wing things, which are available at the end of every quarter, right here on the FOH series, on the channel. So, yeah, they look pretty well coated. And you can see there's a good amount in here, and they pack it full of air. So I actually like their approach to chips. I like their approach to chips better than the American approach to chips. But I have mentioned that before as well. So anyway, let's get on into it. I very happily remembered to grab a scissors this time. There is, I mean, cheese flavor is here, but I don't love their approach to cheese. It just tastes slightly off. Definitely the extract that was in the Bulldog is making itself known. But these aren't like crazy out of hand or anything like that. Ooh, there's a really flavored one. All right. Let's see. We'll go for, we'll go for a, I don't want to necessarily rip through the entire bag here. Well, bag is not wanting to stand. Stay still. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll save some of those. These are, these are good as well. I think I like the original better so far, but I like the original flavoring as well better than the cheese. So I suppose that is probably to be expected. Something like there's a sweetener of some kind added to the cheese. I don't remember if it was them or somebody else, but one of them had what basically amounted to a coffee creamer. And I don't find that approach to be a sound one. These are not cheesy like you would be used to with American snacks. I do think the Bulldog is an outstanding flavoring system. I've gone through a few bottles of it already this year. And I might perpetually keep it on hand. So I can do a sort of riff on the hot ones instead of a nasty, disgusting tasting sauce like the Beyond Insanity. I can have an actual good one. These are not as generally as greasy as American chips are either. You get a good sense of the flavor of the Bulldog, of the spicy chicken, Korean hot chicken, whatever sauce. And it is fairly prominently to the fore here. I've not ever been a fan of their cheese. I'm not a fan of it here either. Okay, so I like the original way better. These are okay. If you like their cheese flavoring system, you probably will like these as well. It does do a pretty good job of actually mimicking that. I'll give them credit where it's due. Like they do have that part, but I don't particularly like that cheese flavoring system. So I did like their habanero and lime ramen way better than I thought I was going to. So maybe I'll get to those chips at some point as well. I mean, I probably will if I run out of stuff to do and they're still around, or if there's a demand for people to watch me do those, let me know and I guess I'll get them sooner. But yeah, the original ones are like I said, they're much better than these. These are those I liked and would get again. These I would not. I don't dislike them. I wouldn't get them again. Heat is probably between a default one and a legit one. It's not particularly prominent. But, I mean, you definitely can notice the Bulldog flavoring system. So I am appreciative they did that. And, like, they do... Samyang just does a great job. They just... When they put their name on something, it usually is them... I think for the most part, putting their best foot forward. Not everything hits, to be sure. But in this case, they've got this ramen. And maybe it's their more popular ones, and that's why they decided to go with this. I have no idea. But they've got their ramen, and it's a good representation of that flavoring system, I guess. So, for how much these are, To me, like I said, I don't think I would do it again. But even if I don't love the flavor, they definitely were on the money here. You know, I'll give them that. So if you are interested at all, and especially in how the differences in approach is between like a Japanese, or not Japanese, between like an Asian snack maker and American ones, like this is an okay thing to get. It definitely, if you're looking for, if you're going to be looking for the kind of cheese flavor that we have in America on the chips, like on a Pringles or something like that, you might as well prepare to be disappointed, because this definitely is nowhere near any of that. It's very much its own thing, and I'm not fond of that. I don't think they do cheese particularly well, but it is kind of interesting to note the differences. So kind of fun. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'll do the habanero lime at some future point. We'll see. Maybe a faster future point if everybody wants to see it, but I guess overall these are just okay-ish. We'll leave it right there. So that was the Samyang Bulldog Quattro cheese potato chips. Number 4. In peace. To serve the flame.